Hey, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. We are really happy to have you back. And if you're a Patreon patron, we very much appreciate your patronage. If you are one, you're getting this real time, so you're able to watch us as soon as we publish it to the web. If you have linked your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, then we also are getting a little boost from Amazon. We're going to let you guys see this content a little earlier than the people who are freeloaders. And for you freeloaders, thanks for watching. You're getting it a week late, but appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. At a minimum, would you please follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. And with that, let's get to today's question. We had hundreds of people ask the same question. So what's my take on Microsoft purchasing ZeniMax and Bethesda? Did Microsoft overpay? What's the timetable for return on investment? Is it smarter to keep games like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield exclusives to Microsoft platforms, release them for everything? Do you think Microsoft will keep Bethesda games exclusive to xCloud for streaming? They didn't do this for a return on investment measured in the conventional sense. So they paid $7.5 billion. My guess is that Bethesda year in, year out makes between $1 and $1.5 billion, and year in, year out probably generates about 200 million of pre-tax profit to 300 million, so 20%. And at $7.5 billion, Microsoft's paying 30 times the high end of pre-tax profit. And and if they don't keep everything on multi-platform, that profit will go down. So realistically, they paid way more than the going rate. Activision, EA probably traded around 30 times profit, but they are going to be on multi-platform forever, and their earnings are more predictable. Bethesda paying 30 times with some potential to cut out a revenue stream by not putting games on PlayStation suggests to me that Microsoft overpaid. That's not why they did it. They did it because they're behind Sony in premium first-party content. They have a handful of really great games, Halo, Gears, Forza, but they don't have as many as Sony. And they've been buying up a bunch of studios, and I think that eventually one or more of them will break out. Hellblade could end up being a big title, future version. Outer Worlds 2 or something else from City could be a breakout title. But I think they want proven content. And so Bethesda instantly gives them, Elder Scrolls and Fallout and Doom and Quake and Dishonored and Prey, but plenty of big games, and enough that you probably get one or two a year, Wolfenstein, for the next 10 years. So I think Microsoft literally probably doubled or tripled its frontline AAA content. The question about whether they're going to keep these things exclusive to Microsoft, to the extent that they're not already under contract, Bethesda, with Sony to release their games on PlayStation, sure, Microsoft will put them exclusive Xbox. My guess is that catalog titles that are widely available for PlayStation will continue to be widely available. Sony probably has a right, for digital downloads of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. And so I'm sure that Microsoft won't pull those games. There's no point in doing that. But the next game, Elder Scrolls 6, if it was coming out this fall, I would say it's probably under contract and then they're committed to Sony. If it's coming out in 2023, then they probably aren't committed. They probably haven't signed a contract yet with Sony. So if there's no contract, it will be an Xbox exclusive. As far as games on xCloud Game Pass, I think the entire library goes on to xCloud and Game Pass as soon as the deal closes. And so that makes Game Pass really valuable to Microsoft and really valuable to consumers. I think that's one of the big problems with Game Pass is that while it has 100 games or so at a time, games come in and come out of the system. So you get GTA for a little bit or Red Dead for a little bit, but they're not on there forever. And I think that Bethesda games are going to become Microsoft-owned games. They will all be there immediately. And so, games like Fallout 76 might actually thrive as part of Game Pass. You really might get, because they have something like 15 million players on Game Pass, you might see a big jump in the number of people playing games like that who might not have bought it otherwise, but if they've already paid for the service, why not have a million new players try? So I personally think that that they bought this to beef up the library, the catalog for Game Pass, to provide a stream of exclusive first-party titles in the future to support the Xbox Series X. And I don't think they did it to screw Sony under a contract. They wouldn't do that. So they will honor any contracts that Bethesda has with Sony, and those contracts have change of control provisions and say if somebody buys Bethesda, which no secret it's been for sale for 10 years, that the contract survives. So Microsoft will honor all the contracts, but I would say if you want to play Elder Scrolls 6 and Elder Scrolls 7, you're doing it on an Xbox. Open question whether they make it available on PC. And open question whether, over the next 10 years, Game Pass evolves that you don't even need any console. You just buy Game Pass and play games on your phone. I expect that to actually happen. So you'll be able to play Bethesda titles, and you're not going to actually need any console eventually. But as far as, is it going to screw up your decision to buy a PlayStation versus an Xbox? Microsoft sure hopes so. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor today. Appreciate the in-depth question. Appreciate your patronage on Patreon. Appreciate your linking your Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime accounts. And appreciate you following me at Michael Pachter on Twitter, Shane at Dinfire, Sifted at Sifted Games. We'll see you next time.